Oops, I forgot one. Welcome to Coffee with Carey. Again, this is, I don't need any more coffee. I'm just going. I'm Carey. I'm a matchmaker, a dating coach. I just filmed an episode talking about how we are aging differently, talked about my grandmother a little bit, and I had a little memory here that triggered me to want to make one more quick tip for you before I head upstairs and make myself some dinner. It's another one about age. It's about expectations we have around what different age people are like, what we expect them to look like, the activities we expect them to enjoy, and therefore whether or not we would be interested in dating them. If that's at all interesting, stick around for 2 minutes because that's what I'm talking about. That is what's on the agenda. It's almost like a part 2, but different because this happens all the time. I'm interviewing a woman. She's in her 50s. She's adorable, super youthful, very active, and she says to me, "Hey, I really don't want to date anybody over 50. I'm like, "But you're 55. And they're like, "Yeah, but my ex-husband, he's just, he was a couple years older and he's just like an older guy," or whatever reason they have. They have a preconceived notion that guys who are 55 or older, this happens with men too. I'm just using women in this example. But they'll say, "I just think that because I'm really young, I need to be dating somebody who's younger than I am so that we can connect and do the same stuff and enjoy the same things, last the same amount of time." No guarantees there. There's no guarantees for any of us how long we'll be here. But I have to explain that because they're using a matchmaker, very much like a dating app, people get to choose parameters. They have rules around the age of the people they want to meet. And so I will have my client, male or female, choosing to be with somebody who's younger, thinking they need that number of years on earth to still be active, fit, and interesting to them, aligned with their interests. And I point out they may not be looking for somebody like you, because here's the thing. This is my point. If you were out, let's make this a woman again. Julie, if you were out with your girlfriends or your sisters having a great time listening to some music, dancing, being vibrant and fantastic like you are, just your glow and your youthful vibe and energy, and there was a guy there who was 40 years old and he saw you, he might want to dance with you or start a conversation because you're super cool and fantastic. And that could be your next partner or your husband. But if I tell a guy in my world or on a dating app that I've got a woman who is 53 and this guy's 40, right? This guy's parameters in my world and on the dating app is typically not set to include women who are 50. So if, let's say he's 40, most guys 40 in my matchmaker world will say they want to date women who are between 25 or 28 and they're 40, 38, 39 years old. And most guys who, let's say he's 45, these guys are probably going to say, "I want to date somebody between 30 and 40 would be ideal for me," they think. And she gets left out. But that could have been her guy had she met him in the real world. But you have to just keep in mind, if you're working with the matchmaker or you're working with the dating apps or the dating websites where people get to choose a number, their top number and their bottom number as to the age of the people they're open to meeting, it's not going to happen. So what do we learn here? Go out. If that's what you desire, somebody who is younger than you or older than you that you're probably not going to meet on a dating app or through a matchmaker, because that has to be a mutual match in my world and on the apps for them to pair you. You just have to go out more and have fun and do things that you enjoy and make you glow and be active and extra attractive like Julie is when she's out with her friends dancing and enjoying music as she does. So that's what I wanted to tell you. That's a quick tip for you there. You can't have the expectations that age differences are going to work out when they're through services or technology. You've got to meet these people in person, and I thought you should know that. Appreciate you stopping by today. If you want to listen to what my mother's suggestion, yeah. If you want to listen to Mom, she says a thumbs up would be super fantastic. I concur. And I hope that you will subscribe to the channel also, because that'll allow us to hang out again sometime soon. Appreciate you stopping by today. And until next time, have a good one.